Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are going to be counting down the top 10 best cards from the set Fates Collide. This is all going to be basically rounding up what cards have been getting more popular and whatnot, and seeing more play, and getting the most interesting of hype. So, let's get straight into it. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is good because you combo it with another card that allows you to put it on the bench immediately without having to use Old Amber. And what this does is it for a DC you do 120 damage. That's actually a good attack. A DC 120, discard a special energy card, touch your opponent's active Pokemon. That's really good. You know, you can shut down stuff like Seismitoad, Night March kind of. But the big thing is you can use this with Shaman, right? You know, you target Whistle, Lysander, Shaman EX, do whatever you need to. Jet Draft knocks out Shaman, and we've seen this like Aerodactyl deck run like target Whistle and stuff, and Lysander, and just continuously Jet Draft Shamans and take prizes on Shamans, and kind of win the game that way. So Aerodactyl comes in at the number 10 spot for being a fairly good card and a good Shaman killer. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have a combo of cards. We have Carbink and Carbink Break. So Carbink, first of all, has this nice ability, Safeguard, where any damage done to this thing by EX Pokemon is 0. So basically this thing can't be damaged by EX Pokemon, which is really good. Now, it's not really that good. 2 for 40, that sucks. Well, you can play it with Carbink Break, which has 110 HP, but has the attack Diamond Gift, where you attach 2 energy cards from your discard pile to one of your fighting Pokemon, which basically is similar to Mega Manetrix Mega Turbo, just a little weaker. But it is good because with this Carbink Break, you can obviously run this Carbink and have that Safeguard ability while you're doing Diamond Gift. And it can be really good for a lot of fighting decks, including one fighting deck that runs Zygarde. So Carbink and Carbink Break comes in at the number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have Glaceon EX. Now Glaceon EX has some interesting attacks. It's got Second Bite, which for 2 waters, or for water and a color, so you do 20, 10 more damage for each damage counter your opponent's active Pokemon, so obviously that can work well, and maybe you can run with like Bash or something. But then you have its second attack, Crystal Ray, which for 3 energies you do 70, and then during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Pokemon that are evolved. So stuff like Vespiquen, Flareon, Garchomp, all those, just they cannot damage Glaceon, and that is good because there are some evolution decks that are popular, like Vespiquen and Garchomp. So those decks won't really be able to do anything against Glaceon, and that is really powerful. So that's why Glaceon is at their number 8 spot. Coming in the number 7 spot, we have Devolution Spray, and I feel like this card is a little better than the other cards. Now, Devolution Spray is good because it allows you to de-evolve one of your evolved Pokemon put in your hand. You can use this with Crobat, Golbat. You can use it with the Servine, I think, from this set, and stuff like that. And Devo Spray allows you to just de-evolve them. It's also really good with Mega Alakazam. And Alakazam, it's just nice to see Devo Spray back. It's a really cool card, and that's why it makes the number 7 spot, just for being a good card in a lot of those decks that allow you to just keep redrawing Pokemon and doing some cool effects. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have Almastar. Now, Almastar is good for the ability Restoring Beam. It gives restored Pokemon a chance to be playable. So once you're in turn before you attack, you may search your deck for a restored Pokemon and put on your bench. So obviously with this attack, you search your deck for a, like an Aerodactyl, another Omanyte, and you just throw it on your bench. You do this every single turn. That is good, and it allows you to have good synergy with restored Pokemon. You can use Archie's Ace and Hole to get this in play also, instead of having to go through the fossil hassle to try and get it in play. So it is really good, and that's why Almastar comes in at the number 6 spot. Coming at the number 5 spot, we have Zygarde EX. Zygarde EX is good as it has some 3 really good attacks, a lot of HP, and a really cool tool card that can go along with it. So, it has the attack Lance Pulse, 1 for 20, does 20 more damage, Stadium is in play. It's good because you can combo with Regirock, which we'll get to maybe later. Then for 2 energies, you do 60, heal 30 from this Pokemon. That's actually really good, because healing can be good, since this thing has 190 HP. Land's Wrath is also a good attack, 3 for 100, and no other effects, but with the energy stackers you got with fighting types, that can turn to a lot of damage. Zygarde EX is good as it just has a lot going for it. It's a solid EX with 3 solid attacks, works well with fighting types, and it has a whopping 190 HP, and with Fighting Fury Belt, that HP goes to 230, which is just a massive amount of HP to have for a basic Pokemon. So that's why our good old friend Zygarde EX comes in at the number 5 spot. Coming at the number 4 spot, we have Regirock. Regirock is amazing as it is super good with fighting decks. You can use it Landorus, Medicham, Zygarde EX, Carbink Break, Hawlucha. All those work really well with Regirock. You know, before we had Machamp, which was a stage 2 and had the effect where fighting types attacks did 20 more damage. But now we have Regirock, which allows our fighting types to do 10 more damage. And it just allows fighting types to do a whopping amount of damage. Regirock is really good with a lot of fighting decks, as it will give fighting types a bigger edge now. And especially when there's so many different fighting types you could combo this with, that's just Regirock just is super good. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have another 2 combo cards. We got Mega Alakazam and Alakazam EX. Mega Alakazam has set attack Zen Force, does 30 more damage for each damage counter your opponent's active Pokemon. You can run this with Crobats, but you don't have to, because you have regular Alakazam with the ability Kinesis. Is when you play this, you know, from your hand to evolve when your Pokemon. Basically, when you put Mega Alakazam onto this thing, you do 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon and then 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So that already puts damage on it so that you can use Zen Force. And when you use stuff like Devo Spray, Super Scoop Up, multiple Mega Alakazams a turn, that damage does in fact stack, and that'll allow Zen Force to start knocking stuff out. And it's just a really cool combo of Megas that we've never really seen before. So yeah, that's why Alakazam, Mega Alakazam make our number 3 spot. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have Mew. So Mew is like a dumbed down version of the EX version, but it is still really powerful. So it has this ability, Memories of Dawn. So this Pokemon can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. So that's very similar to Versatile Mew. And this is great because you can use it with Night March. You can use it with Jolteon, Glaceon. You can use it with like the Durant deck I covered. There's a lot of options you could run with Mew, and you don't have to attack with that Pokemon you're copying. Plus Mew has 50 HP, and it's a basic Pokemon that only takes 1 prize to get knocked out, which is one of the reasons why this is a huge card. Mew definitely has a lot of good combos and partners that will make it a very effective card in the standard format. Who knows, maybe expanded, we'll see this thing being played. So yeah, that's why Mew comes in at the number 2 spot. And rounding out the top 10, we have N at number 1. N in formats has been crazy. It is a great card. Not only is it good for disruption, it is great for draw support. Early game, it's an easy 6 shuffle card. Late game, it's a great card to disrupt your opponent and put them at a low hand size and make some pretty good comebacks or seal the deal on some win. N is just a very powerful card, and seeing it reprinted for standard format was humongous. Just being able to see this card return and be able to be used once again in standard is just crazy, and this card will definitely make a huge impact, and we'll see how much of an impact it will make. And yeah, that was my top 10 cards from Fates Collide. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit like button, don't forget to subscribe for more PTCGO videos, and don't forget to check out Elemental Trading Company on the PTCGO forums. And yeah, tell me what you guys think the best card in Fates Collide is. I'd be curious to know, and tell me if I missed anything out on this list. I don't think I did, but yeah, if I did, you never know. So thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.